And welcome to the Dutchman in San Marcos. I am the DISM, and we're coming to you today with another showgram working on the beer can hockey stick base. So let's get going. Okay, here we go. We're working on the fretboard. Today we're going to glue it down. I checked in the mail, still didn't get the frets. I ordered them, so they're on their way. They're in shipment right now. Hopefully they'll come in, so we can't do any fretting, but we'll at least get this thing all set. So what I have to do is basically measure. Oh, I didn't like this hole I drilled here, so I filled it up with wood. So that I put the wood filler in here. And so what we got to do is measure this. We got to measure the width of this, which is just about an inch, and the fretboard is an inch and a half. So we need to leave a quarter of an inch on each side. There. Hang on, I gotta figure this out. All right, so I'm back. What I did was I marked a line here, and a line here is centered to this, and then a line here, and a line up here for center there. So that way, when I put this down, I can just line those up and glue it. And that should be close enough for hockey stick base. So let's get that glued up. We'll get some glue on here. See if I can get this thing clogged. I should unclog my glue first. Let me unclog this. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I got this tip unclogged, and we'll put a little glue on this. We'll run this down all the way up to there, and we'll put some on the back of here. And we'll get this thing all glued up. So let's get this spread out. We're covering up our stick name, but it's on the back of it too. So, but we want this fretboard to really be on there good. So I probably got quite a bit. It'll probably squeeze out a little bit, but that's always to be expected. Clean that up. But we want a good bond on this. So now all we have to do is line up our center lines. First line up this line up here. And then line up that center line. Right there. Get it on there. Do a little adjustment and squeeze her tight. We'll get this one going. Move it in place. That looks good. And we'll get some more clamps. We want this baby to be tight. Go. There we go. It's about the same width as the handle I had these clamped to, so I didn't have to crank them very far. Alright, I'm back. I got this tip unclogged, and we'll put a little glue on this. We'll run this down all the way up to there, and we'll put some on the back of here. And we'll get this thing all glued up. So let's get this spread out. We're covering up our stick name, but it's on the back of it too. So, but we want this fretboard to really be on there good. We got quite a bit. It'll probably squeeze out a little bit, but that's always to be expected. Clean that up. But we want a good bond on this. So now all we have to do is line up our center lines. First line up this line up here. And then line up that center line. Right there. Do a little adjustment and squeeze her tight. We'll get this one going. Move it in place. That looks good. And we'll get some get some more clamps. I want this baby to be tight. Go. There we go. It's about the same width as the handle I had these clamped to, so I didn't have to crank them very far. There we go. All glued up. So we'll let that set up. And dry. I gotta find a rag. Here's the way my little bridge came out. Came out pretty nice. And that'll go right here. And what I was gonna do is on these two edges, I'm gonna make a notch pretty close to right in here, and then actually I'll have to figure this out. I got an old bass pickup, as you can see. This has the magnets on it here to magnetize the poles. So if I put it straight on here, just on top, as you can see, it's going to be way too tall. So I got to figure out a way of sinking in there. Maybe I'll sink it in right here and go from there. I'm going to have to definitely hook the wires up before I drop it in the can, so I'm going to have to feed those through. But I do have a hole on top, and I got some holes there. So we'll be working on that. I'm thinking if I can open it up and actually sink it into the... I could sink it into here, but that's going to make the stick weaker if I go that deep. As you can see, if I go half, I'd still be making that weak. So I might not do it that way. Not sure yet what I'm going to do for a pickup. It'd be nice to get one of those flat pickups, so maybe I'll look into that. But it's coming together. So we're going to let this baby dry. I got to get a rag to wipe those. And so, yeah, so that'll be it. That'll be it for this week. Be sure to subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you next week. Maybe with actually it playing and sounding at least acoustically. So we'll see you next week. All right, so as I'm letting this glue dry for the neck, I'm looking at how I can hook this pickup up, and I'm thinking I'll get it right in here, but this is way too tall, because as you can see, I'll have to sink it in there somehow. So that's the debate. How can I get that further in there? Because I have some room with the string coming up, but you definitely want it sunken in. But I don't have much room to the pole, so I have to think about the pickup. I might be better maybe just putting a piezo, those little round ones in there, because I'm not going to have, and I don't want the action too high here, because I'm looking good in that regards, because my strings will go in here and across here. So we'll have to think this one out. This is for a 4-string bass, so I don't need all of that much of pickup. But maybe we could mount something down here, maybe even across here in a Peugeot. And it's round, on the theme of the hockey puck roundness. So we'll have to figure that out. So we'll be working on that. This here has been drying now. It takes about 30 minutes and I can pop the clamps off, but I'm really happy with the fretboard came out. The frets are ordered, they're coming. I just checked the mail before I started and they weren't there yet, so the frets will have to wait till next week, but we'll be working on that. So I just gotta search the interwebs and see what I could use for a pickup that would give me still the clearance, because even if I have it here, this is going to give me a little bit more height as it comes off, but you don't want to give up action, so because the can is round. So we'll have to work that out. So I hope you can hear me good on the sound. I'm still kind of playing around with what I need in order to give you an overhead shot. So that'll be it. Be sure to subscribe, tell your friends, like, and we'll see you next week. Take care.